So, yeah, you'll notice that I'm speaking to the broadcast now. Okay, so thanks so much for being here. We have a small group of 5 of us in the spiritual center this morning. It's a cool day. And I just ask everybody to begin by choosing meditation, choosing to spend this time for the good of you, which translates to the good of all. So invite your body consciousness to partake and say to your body consciousness, you are safe, you are protected. This is a good activity to be doing. And in a warm and friendly manner, invite your body consciousness to share in this experience in a spirit of union, in a spirit of oneness, in a spirit of being a part of something greater than the individual self that anyone can feel or any part of us can feel. Yes, we are the sum total of a number of individual lives, both internally, so within our own being, and externally, as we are part of the human family and we exist within the context of a number of kingdoms on earth. Um, not the least of which is the soul kingdom. The higher correspondence of humanity that as individuals we occupy the role of bridging life on earth between the soul kingdom and the physical kingdoms. So the mineral, the plant and the animal kingdom. We are a bridge between spirit and matter in lots of ways on the earth. So I invite you and your body consciousness to take the time to meditate. So begin by using your breath to focus your attention into this moment and this place. Pay attention to your breath, what it feels like, how your body moves, the sensation of air coming in and going out. And while you are doing that, we can start to structure the way we wish to experience this meditation. And the first thing we are going to do is invite our body consciousness, our earthly vehicle, to rest, to come to a state of peace. This is all that we are asking of our body consciousness within this meditation and most meditations. We are inviting our body consciousness to rest, to heal, to renew, to rejuvenate by coming to a state of peace. And by doing so, we transmute any lower vibrations that are happening, or at least the ones that we can transmute. The surface lower vibrations, the ones that we have control of. And this allows a greater amount or extent of our higher correspondences to influence our earthly vehicle. So we relax. And when we feel ourselves relaxing, what we are feeling is the change in vibration of our physical, our emotional, and lower mental bodies. We are slowly replacing dense material within those bodies with finer grade material, higher quality material. So breathe and relax. Relax. I'm going to ask your body consciousnesses to drop their protective attitudes, any attitude of protectiveness that is over and above that which is required in this moment. In this moment, we are probably in the safest context that we have ever been in on this earth in any incarnation. Think about that. In this moment, you have come to one of the safest moments. You have manifested and engaged with one of the safest moments in your entire existence. For this 30 minutes, there may be fewer, safer places to be. So I'm going to ask your body consciousnesses to drop their vigilance. Take a rest from the vigilance. that has probably been a hallmark of the role of your body consciousness for millions of years. If it wishes to, if your body consciousness wishes to take this up again after the meditation, so be it. Only for these few minutes. I do encourage and hopefully inspire your body consciousness to take a well-earned rest and relax. And this is one part of the meditation. And while that process can continue, the relaxation of your vehicle, of your mental, emotional, and physical bodies, while they find a degree of peace. Let's move to the second part or aspect of the meditation. And here I am asking your point of awareness, that which is listening to me, that which is hearing the sounds, that which can feel what we are sitting on. We are using all the senses of that earthly vehicle. We acknowledge those senses. We extend gratitude to our earthly vehicle and say thank you for the range of senses, all the information that we are given so that we may navigate this earth plane as a soul. We are going to come to peace in a safe place so that our other senses are given an opportunity to operate and function. We have correspondences to the five senses. On the physical plane, we have correspondences within the emotional body, on the emotional plane, on the mental plane, on the intuitive plane, on the atmic plane. All the five senses are replicated in some way on all the planes of our existence. And so let the physical ones just very gently know that they are appreciated and they may just gently sit in the background. We activate our point of awareness, mostly sitting in our brain space somewhere. This is most likely at the point of contact with the consciousness thread that comes from our soul. Doesn't matter where it is, there it is. Father, Mother, God, creator of all things, we ask for blessings in the entirety of this meditation. We ask that we be guided and supported so that we may do the highest. We welcome all the beings of the light from all the places, times, dimensions, and realms that support us as an individual and support us as a collective. You are all most welcome in this space to support the sacred children of God that are here. I'm most honoured that you would use the safety and the sacredness of this space to commune with these sacred children of God. To contemplate the amazing nature of that which you are. This vehicle that you, your soul, and others have constructed for your use on the earth plane is a most incredible instrument. It has incredible capacity to sense external things that happen around. Eventually, it has an incredible capacity to sense our internal nature, that of our soul, that of others on the soul plane. It has incredible capacity to sense emanation and vibrations, energies, thoughts, feelings that exist on the earth plane, either from individuals or from the collective, or from other lives on the earth plane. So people are most adept at communicating with the animal or plant kingdom, even the mineral kingdom. Contemplate that. The more that we can improve the condition of the emotional body and the lower mental body, the greater is our capacity to sense, to receive, to register the emanations from the higher planes. So the emanations from our own soul, the emanations from our guides and teachers and masters on the plane of soul. Contemplate that. This is largely an exercise in the first instance of using our point of awareness to understand what is happening on the emotional plane within our body, understand what is happening on the lower mental plane within our body. Every person has, over many lifetimes, created through their experience, through their beliefs, their thoughts, their actions, their reactions, through the sum total of being a human over many incarnations. We've all created a certain quality and condition within our emotional body and our lower mental body. And these translate strongly into the physical. Only the physical is more of a receiver of these energies. So it is within the emotional body and the lower mental that we can have a degree of influence. And this has great implication for our impulse to connect with our own soul. To contemplate that our point of awareness registers some things that are happening within the emotional body and the mental body, the lower mental. There's some things that may be hard to see. They're occluded for a time. And eventually we are attempting to have the free interplay of communication between physical, emotional, lower mental with the higher correspondences. Higher mental, intuitive, or atmic body, or the spiritual body. Spiritual body is just a term for the highest aspect of the spiritual triad, which is actually the planes whereupon the soul exists. So the uninhibited, free interplay between these bodies. Only for the longest time this does not happen because of senses of pain, beliefs held within these structures, these envelopes that surround our physical body. To contemplate the value of being completely here, completely now. This gives us the greatest opportunity to register the sensory information that comes from these bodies the physical, the emotional, the lower mental, and the higher correspondences to these. But in the first instance, our task is to engage with what is there, transmute the energies of this. If it is born of fear, then our task is to influence those areas of fear or pain enough to loosen the grip that that body has on that area of pain, that area of discomfort, that area of fear. So our first task is to sense these things. Our second task is to exert a degree of influence from our middle mind. Our lower mind is a part of the stuckness, usually. Our middle mind, the point of our mental apparatus that connects to our soul. It is a fragment of soul. And eventually this will be a part of us that uncovers the reality of what is happening within our lower bodies. It will be that part of us which accesses the knowledge required to resolve points of difficulty within those bodies. This will be that aspect of mind that displays persistence and resilience, strength, will, to see the process through. The middle mind, the point of awareness that is using your vehicle to listen to me right now, to utilize the processing capability of the brain, to utilize that part of the mind which sits outside of the physical brain. Middle mind is essentially the enduring part of you. So it is ultimately the most influential part of the you that is here right now. And it will increasingly access the soul and allow the soul to interpenetrate the earthly vehicle to enhance the capacity of your point of awareness to experience and act and express as the highest version of yourself that you are able to express. So I'd like you to join with me as I use all the mental capacity that I have to say to your earthly vehicle that you are safe. You are able to let go of pain. And that which replaces it will be better, will be a greater experience for you. You will have greater function. So in every circumstance, you will give yourself the greatest opportunity to care for yourself, to be healthy, to be responsive in a higher, more capable way. I say to all of your lower bodies, holding on to fear-based mechanisms of survival, will ultimately not benefit you. And that now is the time to begin to relinquish control by these mechanisms within you. Contemplate that everything that your lower self is trying to do is it is attempting to find you a situation of peace. All the fear-based mechanisms, ideas and processes that our lower bodies hold are intended in the long run to find peace. Only eventually all of those mechanisms attain the opposite. As we expand our consciousness, these mechanisms, which were useful once, actually create the opposite to that which is intended. These mechanisms were intended to create earth plane peace, so that the earthly vehicle could temporarily relax and ignore the fears that always have been there. These tools, these structures, these mechanisms within us are now outdated. They have proved most valuable and useful in other times. Only now it is time to create a new way, a better way for the level of consciousness that we have here. So we use our middle mind to extend love and care towards our earthly vehicle for the difficult transition that it needs to make. It needs to let go of certain ideas and beliefs. It needs to let go of the memory of certain experiences, the pain associated with these, so that we may find a much higher quality version of peace. We may find inner peace. And this will allow an immense resource of soul consciousness to become available to us. Okay. As we come to the end of the meditation, hold on to that which resonates. Hold on to the idea of love and care for your earthly vehicle, for the difficult task that you are asking it to perform. Many people will remain asleep in this way for some time to come. We are asking our body consciousness to do something quite challenging. Be gentle on yourself. I thank those beings of the light that come to our meditation, that support all of the sacred children of God that come here. I feel your presence right now. I'm most grateful. Father, Mother, God, creator of all things, thank you for this beautifully safe place, this place that is bathed in divine light and love at all times, and the amplification and enhancement of that occurs during our meditations. We do, to the greatest extent that is possible for us to, we honour the divine in all and keep